It was 11 o'clock at night. I had just put the children to bed. I walked back into the living room. I sat down on the sofa. I picked up the remote control and turned on the television. My husband was sitting at the dining table. His laptop was open. His eyes were on the screen. His fingers were moving across the keyboard. Work. It was always work. On the television, a woman in a drama was crying. I watched her for a moment. Then I said, out loud, to my husband, "She's so sad, isn't she? I feel sorry for her." My husband didn't look up. The keyboard kept going. Click, click, click. I turned back to the screen. I said nothing more, because I already knew. I had learned not to expect an answer. My name is Laura. I am 43 years old. I have 2 children, one in middle school, one in elementary school. My husband and I have been married for 15 years. 15 years. And tonight, like so many nights before, there is nothing between us. Just silence. When the children are awake, we talk. How was football practice today? What did you get on your test? What time does the game start tomorrow? The conversation moves around the children, through them, because of them. But after they go to sleep, silence. Every evening, for hours. 2 people, same room, no words. We talk about money sometimes. The electricity bill was high this month. The tutoring payment comes out next week. We talk about the children's school. But it isn't really a conversation. It is more like reporting, like sending an email. No feelings, no back and forth, just information passed from one person to the other. We almost never decide things together. I make a decision. I tell him. He makes a decision. He tells me. That is all. Sometimes I lie in bed at night and think, when did we become like this? But honestly, I know exactly when it started. When our children were very small, my husband cheated on me. But before that, before all of that, we used to talk. After the children went to sleep, we would sit across from each other at the kitchen table. 2 cups of tea. The house was quiet around us, and we talked about everything. Small things, silly things. Something funny happened at work today. That new cafe near the station, we should try it. Did you see the face our son made at dinner? We laughed. We laughed a lot back then. And then, one evening, everything changed. I found a message on his phone. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't trying to find anything. But I saw it. And I understood immediately what it meant. The floor felt like it disappeared beneath me, like there was nothing left to stand on. I confronted him. He didn't deny it. He cried. He said, "I'm so sorry. It's over. It's been over. You are the only one." I stood there. I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. I thought about divorce. Many times I thought about it. But every time I looked at my children's faces, I couldn't take that step. So I stayed. I told myself I had forgiven him. Maybe I was pretending. But I tried to move forward. After that, he changed. He became more involved with the children. He takes them to their sports matches on weekends, even when he is exhausted from work. Even when his body needs rest. He still goes. He still shows up. As a father, he is wonderful, truly wonderful. But as a husband, the two people who used to sit across from each other at the kitchen table, laughing over cups of tea, those two people are gone. One night, after the children were asleep, I sat on the sofa and looked up at the ceiling. I thought, in 10 years the children will leave home. It will be just the two of us. And what will hold us together then? I couldn't find an answer. One weekend morning, our younger child had a football match. My husband said he would drive. I got in the car too. We drove in silence. The radio played softly. Neither of us spoke. We stood side by side on the edge of the field, watching our son run. He took a shot at goal. It missed, but only just. So close, my husband said quietly. Yes, I said, so close. That was all. 2 words each. But in that moment, something shifted, just slightly, like a window opening a little, just enough to let in some air. On the way home, we stopped at a convenience store. My husband got out. He came back a few minutes later. He handed me a coffee without saying anything. Café au lait, my favourite. He remembered. I held the warm cup in both hands, all the way home. That evening, I opened a notebook. I picked up a pen. I decided to write down the good things about my husband. He works hard, every single day. He shows up for our children, even when he is tired. And since that night, the night he cried and said sorry, he has tried to be better. Every day he has tried. I closed the notebook. Forgiveness, I thought, doesn't mean forgetting. The wound is still there. I can still feel it. But people can change. They can try to change. And maybe that trying, that quiet, daily trying, is its own kind of love. Maybe I can't go back to who we were. But maybe, just maybe, we could become something new, something different from before, but still something. That night, my husband closed his laptop, earlier than usual. He walked over to the sofa. He sat down next to me. We watched television together. I didn't say anything about the drama. He didn't say anything either. But tonight's silence felt different. Not cold, not empty, just quiet. The two of us, quietly together. The life I had imagined for us was so different from this. I wanted a husband I could share a meal with, sitting across the table, tasting something delicious, saying, "This is so good," at the same moment. I wanted a partner to travel with, standing somewhere beautiful, feeling something together, turning to each other and saying, "Aren't we lucky?" That was the life I dreamed of. That was the couple I wanted us to be. And we are so far from that. I know we are. Some nights I ask myself, is there still a reason to keep going? Honestly, some nights I really ask that. But then I think about the warm cup of coffee, handed to me without a word, and the quiet sofa, and the exhausted man who still drives to every football match. Maybe there is no perfect marriage. Maybe there is no relationship without scars. But maybe love doesn't always sound like conversation. Maybe sometimes it looks like a cup of coffee, handed over in silence and accepted. I don't have the answer yet. I'm not sure I ever will. But tonight, sitting here beside him, I think, maybe we are not finished yet. I have a question for you. Is your relationship with your partner close to your ideal? Or is it far from what you imagined? Please tell me in the comments. It really encourages me to keep making these videos. And if this story touched something inside you, please subscribe.
If you enjoyed today's story, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching through to the end. New stories come out every week on this channel. We look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.